What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and we're here today playing another episode of Project Zomboid. So there is a minor announcement that I have to make right here. I started filming the next episode, basically this one. Just think that I was filming this episode, and it crashed in the middle. And what that's done is it's led me to a few conclusions. When your game crashes, any items you use up disappear forever. The game crashes, and apparently whatever file it writes your inventory to is already modified. So in the next episode, I had shot like 150 zombies. I had used up all of our shotgun shells, and then it crashed after that. The problem in so doing means we don't have any shotgun shells right now, which means we have to go get more. So basically all of our shotgun shells got wasted by the game crashing on me while I was filming this episode. So let's go ahead, and I think first and foremost, we're going to try and find our way back to the Quickie Mart, or the gas station that's up here. If we can find our way back to the gas station, I think we'll be alright. These little dudes right here moving around. Damn. Okay. So let's avoid those. Oh, no. Why is everybody moving around right now? Well then. Alrighty. Well, let's get on out of here. I don't like this situation, but I am semi-interested in where they're going to go. So I think what I'll do is I'll hang out for just a moment. And I really just want to see where they're all relocating to. I can't really tell if they're after me or what is occurring here. Let's find out, though. Okay, good. They're after me. I can deal with that situation. I don't mind when they come after me. I mind when they're going after, like, locations and sounds and things of that nature. So we'll duck through the house right there. That should break line of sight. We're getting pretty moist at the moment, unfortunately. Hopefully this rain will decide to give us a break in just a little bit. I'd hate to die of cold or flu after all we've been through. Let's go ahead and close off here in the house. I don't think anybody's following us for the time being, and I'm going to do my best to see if we can get ourselves a little dried off. I think we did a pretty good job of picking most of these places clean. Yeah, it looks like we've done pretty well at picking things clean. So let's wait until this diminishes just a tad. It's been a little nasty. The weather has not been so good lately, which means it leads me to believe that we may be getting caught in the new season system. So in the last little bit of the patch cycle, the developers recently put in an actual seasonal cycle into the game. Oh no, sneak attack zombie here. Take him out really quickly. There we go. And so down he goes. We'll search his corpse really quickly just in case he has anything useful. I will bear in mind, you guys told me in a previous episode that I should not eat apples that I find on zombies, so I'll do my best not to eat those. Apple zombies, they seem like they might be a little bit, well, two-faced to begin with. An apple that you find on a zombie, probably not the most, it's not the most trustworthy of apple. I can tell you that much right now, so let's see if we can make our way back to the big dual-lane road up here. Looks like we got a bunch of zombies around that house. Possibly a gunshot was heard in there. That's the only thing that I could think of while they would all be gathered around the house. Windows are all busted out. Not a whole lot of happy things going on at that location. I don't know if we're going to completely and totally have the time to get to the location that I would prefer to get to. Are you open, house? Be open, I command you. Well, I guess not. I don't have an open relationship with that house. He's just not ready for that kind of commitment. If Noodles had a nickel for every time she heard that line. So let's weave our way around these idiots right here. I am going to try and keep myself out of harm's way once we get up to the two-lane road up here. Yikes. Well, it seems like there's all kinds of nastiness going on up here, and I don't want any part of any of it. I think that's the hotel right there that's been kind of overrun. I can't really tell. I'm not going to cut through that forest because it makes me very, very nervous. Sometimes there are a ton of zombies out in these forests, and you can't see them until you pick your way through the brush, and the moment you do that, you are just hosed. So let me eat some chips really quickly. There we are. And so we've had a little bit of our chips, and hopefully we can find that gas station before we run out of time today. I would hate to get waylaid in an alternate location. I feel very uncomfortable about sleeping in random buildings as we play through the game. Every time we're forced to do it, I'm just not happy with it. I don't feel secure. I don't feel safe. Oh, never mind. Here's the hotel right here. So around the back, around the front, I'm going to consider both options. Let's take a look here. So we've got some stragglers over here. We've definitely got stragglers over in this direction. Let's see if we can get into the building through this glass window without waking anybody up. I think that might be our best option for the time being. Alright, and so we didn't wake anybody up there. The only way this plan is going to have any major contingencies is if there's like a giant horde right here. but I don't see it. So on the other side, we're going to go ahead and find as many shotgun shells, stuff as many things into our bags as I can. I did want to let you guys know, I've had the comment... Frog in my throat there. I've had the comment on multiple occasions that I don't have my duffel bag equipped properly, and I do actually have the duffel bag in my secondary. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to help that much. I have equipped it in my secondary, though. I went ahead and tried. It didn't change my weight at all, but maybe it will in the future. Who knows? Let me just go real slow around the rest of these guys. You never know what's going to be here. Now, the last time I ran past here, there was a big old horde, like right here. And I would prefer not to be anywhere near a horde while we do this. Additionally, there was another one right here by the windows that made the whole thing just a suicide pit. If we end up... Yeah, it looks like it's still the same way. I'm not positive I can sneak into this location safely. Maybe if I swing down and around the back, I can get through one of those windows right there, but even so, this is going to be really, really risky. Let's go ahead and I'm going to make noise. Let's make as much noise as possible. And I would prefer to draw as many of these morons away as possible for the time being. That's a really big crowd right here. God, it just seems like the whole situation just keeps getting nastier and nastier. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but for me, this entire play system has just gotten worse and worse and worse. And there's another zombie right there. God. Not at all happy with the way the zombies have redistributed themselves over the last couple days of gameplay. It's made my scavenging attempts really, really hairy. Like, just absurdly hairy. Like, hairier than a $1 burrito. So let's try with the old sneakery again. I shouted, but sometimes they don't come. Sometimes they absolutely refuse to participate in my shenanigans. Let me see if I can maybe draw him back behind this building, possibly. Beat him to death back here, maybe. Make sure there's nobody around me. And then we'll see if we can take care of him. Her, I guess. It looks like it has bazingas, so I'm going to say that it's a female, quite possibly. That or a high estrogen male. One or the other. Got a couple here. I think I can deal with them without drawing too much heat down on myself. Alright, so there he goes. And that's going to leave me with this one right here, maybe. We leveled up again, which is good. Finish that one off, and then we'll come up here. Okay, good. So I don't think we're in any type of serious trouble now. A newspaper on him, I don't really want it. And let's start... Oh, that's not what I want either. Well, we'll take all of those. There we go. And so we've got a fistful of shotgun shells here. As I remember, there was a load, like a huge amount of shotgun shells here, and they're going to be incredibly useful for defending our homestead now that we've decided on a place to put down roots. Not going to let me loot there. I'm still very, very nervous about being here. This could definitely flip around on me at any given moment. Let's put all 48 of those shotgun shells in the duffel bag, see what kind of space that leaves me with. I think it's going to leave me with a reasonable amount of space. Magazines, newspapers. Okay, so I think we've more or less gotten everything out of this location. So 48 shotgun shells, not bad. It is going to replace the ones that were lost during that last crash. And I think at this point, our best option is to go back to our other safe house. So let me see if we can make our way back over there. And that's our plan for the time being. We got the shotgun shells. Maybe I'll hit the warehouse on the way back home on the back end of this episode. I know you guys probably don't want to see me do the same thing twice, but it is semi-necessary. Since we're going to the house to bed down anyways, we might as well hit that warehouse on the big way around because it had a bunch of shotgun shells as well. We don't really need a shotgun right now. Otherwise, I would have taken the shotgun from the other location. I mean, maybe if I can get these windows open, we'll stay in here for the night. It's only 5:30. Doing a little bit of edge-of-town looting couldn't hurt us either. But it's not being obliging right now. Luckily, this area doesn't seem to be so heavily socked down with the undead hordes. No way to get in here necessarily aside from busting open a window. I do want to start farming and planting and getting fences put in, but with where we are in the middle of the city, it just seems really risky to me. I'm not sure how long our doctor's location is going to hold out for us. If indeed the zombies do become a recurring problem, they get more and more dense as time goes along, it's going to be a big issue for us. That's going to be something that we just simply are going to have to retreat to the edges of town. We made a little bit of a friend right there. Let me see if I can just sprint past this entire area. It looks like we got the H. Smith attorney at law. Luckily, the zombies seem to have done a good job and gotten rid of the lawyers. At the bare minimum, there's been one positive outcome to this whole thing. I know, lawyer jokes. Everybody's got a lawyer joke. That or an accountant joke. But the accountant jokes, the thing about accountant jokes is they walk a fine line between incredibly offensive. Like, you have to be very, very careful with accounting jokes. But anyways, I'm not going to explain that one any further. I'm sure you can come up with it in your head why those walk the fine line. But looks like we've got a big old thing of body bags down in here. Another locket. Some interesting things to be looted. Additionally, a bunch of zombies right here. I think this is where I went on my Pistola rampage earlier. This should be the crepe shack. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump a fence right here and really, really, really hope that there's no horde right here. Okay, good. So having been no horde, we should have a free shot all the way back to our home now, our northern home, which I shall now name Northhold. There we go. That sounds like an epic fantasy type Skyrim name for it. It's Northhold. And then the doctor's office is going to be Planet Pills. There we go. That's the name for both of them, Planet Pills and Northhold. So from now on, I'm going to try and refer to them as those names. If I forget, you guys will have to remind me. You guys know my memory is not so good most of the time. Ducking into here for just the time being. It is getting a little dark. I do want to make sure that we grab any bits and bobs of food that are available. Strawberry seeds there. That's good. We may not have hit this location, actually. It seems like we left a few of our big ticket items behind. It looks like it's raining indoors right now. I've heard that that is a bug that comes up every now and again. You get that indoor rain rocking. Candles, things of that nature. Let's be very careful as we go up the stairs here. The doors are open, so maybe we did raid this location. I just didn't pick up certain things. If we did raid this location, it would have been back like in one of the first episodes, because this is right next to probably episode 5 or 6 is where I would have hit this location. I suppose, no, we're going to go for Northhold. Let's see if we can get back to Northhold before time runs out here. I'm going to leave the back door open. Oh no, zombies. Okay. Well then, running and sprinting through the dark. Let me see if I can find my way back to the fence outside of Northhold, and once we get there, I think we'll be alright. I think this is the little neighborhood on the edge of it. We should be able to sprint our way through. There's all of our refuse that we've thrown on the ground, which I guess has not had the common courtesy to just kind of rot away on us. How rotten you figure that cabbage is right about now. It's just got to be miserable. It's got to smell like a sulfur lake at this point. And so follow the dead bodies. This is our green golden trail that's going to lead us back home. And once we get inside, we should be absolutely magical. What I might consider doing is kind of bolting this place up as well. While we're here, I mean, might as well, right? Taking a look at our inventory here, I have trouble remembering what we have at both locations at the same time, so we have some nice stuff here. Not a load of... I mean, we have tons of water here. The water supply is amazing at this location, so that's good. It's something to bear in mind. We do have... We brought our only hammer back to the other house, and I regret to inform you that I forgot to bring it with me, so maybe barricading is not on the itinerary for the time being. We are hungry, though. There's nails in the fridge. That's not sanitary. Well, I suppose it's not any less sanitary than putting it... The fridge doesn't really work, so it's not really the apex of sanitation, given its current state anyways, but... Now, I am semi-tempted. One thing I would... Oh, we have 3 axes here? God. One thing I am tempted to do is actually just bring all of the ordnance from this location down to the doctor's office, and we could just make an enormous gun battle down there to see what we can hold, you know? Like, I would love to give that a shot and just see how much damage we can inflict to the horde. We're at 78 shotgun shells, and if we grab the ones out of the warehouse before we go back, I think in all likelihood we should be able to have a shotgun showdown at that location. So let's pass a bit of time here. We're tired, we're peckish, we're damp, although we're not quite as damp as we could be. We're getting a little bit better. I'm going to wait till we get just a tad more tired. There we are, and then we're going to sleep through the night. So tomorrow, I really hope it's not still raining. It does seem to be the winter. Yeah, there it is right there. We're very, very cold. So I think it is winter. I think that's going to be our indicator that it's winter for the time being. Let me find myself... I thought I put on a sweater already. But maybe because I lost the last game, the things that got saved in between here, there, and yesteryear are unfortunately going to come back to bite me. So let's go ahead and we're going to wear the green sweater. In fact, I know in the last episode I put one on, but that's something I'm just going to have to live with. And then we will drop 1. Well, it's not going to let me do that right now, so instead I'll consider dropping the vest. Got a bunch of TV dinners and food on us too. If I throw all that into our inventory, I think we'll be alright for the end of the day. We'll eat food. We're at 5 out of 10 weight. We've got a new stylish sweater going on. I'm trying to walk through a wall. I'm so excited that the wall can't contain me. It's just become... I'm treating the wall as though it's just the arch of a door. Let's be very careful as we reapproach the warehouse for 2 episodes in a row. I do apologize if you find this to be just drudgery. But while I'm over here, I do want to grab everything that's going to be useful for our future plan. Plus, you guys had raised the question that perhaps I hadn't checked the top floor properly. And so I'm going to go through and do that just to make sure, because if you guys are right, I do want to give you credit where credit is due. Sometimes I ignore good advice, and it looks like we're going to have to go in through the back door for now. So let me hold my tongue for just a moment and see if we can manage this. My sneakery, we are getting pretty good at sneakery. Let's take a look at our skills. I can't add another point to sneaking yet. We have a skill point available, though. We did lose the other skill points. Yikes. So it looks like it rolled back my skill points, but the inventory management was perfectly fine. So just living with the results of a crash at this point is no fun, but can't really be helped. Alright, so I think we're safe. Maybe this door is open? Okay, it is good. So there we are. Let's go ahead and check. I mean, I'm going to recheck all of these crates. Just to make absolutely positively true. Just to make sure. Just to make completely sure we have everything that we want. So there's another saw right there. The golf clubs aren't going to be useful to us. The lighters might be useful at another time. I mean, this place is like a treasure trove of just like things to loot. I could literally spend entire episodes down in here just like staring at the loot list. For now, the only thing we're interested in is the shotgun shells that we saw down in here. Another spade might be useful, but I'll keep that in mind for later, that there's a bunch right here. I don't know what it is about this warehouse, but every time there's loot that I want, I can't find it. I really should spend a couple days, like in between episodes, just loading everything like into this box and this box, just so I don't have to search for it in the future. There they are. Alright, so we'll grab all of those. 2 more crates to be searched. Alright, so I'm not going to fiddle around too much. The 12 more shells, I suppose, it might be worth the overnight stay. I don't recall there really being anything in here. Okay, and so here's our roof access, but it's locked, so we'd have to chop the door down. A lot of people had suggested that I build a base up here. I've seen that done in other LPs, and I'd prefer to avoid doing things that other people have done already. I'm not so good at building anyway, so we'll figure it out as we go along. Let's get ourselves back to our home, I suppose. I'm actually going to go out through the back door. Was there a water... Oh, there is. Let me fill my water bottle, too, since I don't think we're going to be back here anytime soon. No, don't drink. Fill the water bottle. There we go. That's the particular action that I would prefer, not the other one. Can I loot through the walls of the bathroom? No. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So let's get on out of here. And I suppose... I'm not really sure what I want to do with the rest of my time here. I mean, we've got enough logs and planks and things to keep us happy. They weigh a lot, and so carting them around is going to be a major problem. I think what I'll do is let's just head back to our other home. We've got as much shotgun shells and ordnance as we can possibly carry. We're loaded to the teeth. The shotguns kill at least 4 or 5 zombies at a time. If we end up having to defend our home, I think they'll be perfectly fine. Any undue attention that we draw down upon ourselves by barricading should be remedied by that fact. The construction process is definitely going to bring the ire of our undead friends, our undead antagonists. As we do our rap-tap-tapping using nails, things of that nature, definitely going to make us a few problems, so I haven't really decided how I want the fence to work as of yet. I think the fence is going to be a continuation of the fence that's already on the side of our building, have it kind of swing around, and then I'm kind of considering indentations in the fence, kind of castellations or something of that nature, but instead of being vertical, the castellations would be kind of horizontal, and those inlets would force the zombies to get stuck inside the side of the fence if they ever get drawn to our location, so that they don't just slide along the sides. Like a straight surface, the zombies will slide along the sides, but if I put indentations every little bit, a big chunk of them should get stuck in those little square bits, and that should at least take a little bit of heat off if we end up fighting. God, we have such a long walk ahead of us, and I feel like this episode is just such a repeat of the last one, and that's due to that crash. I wasn't happy. When it happens, believe me, there were some epithets that were thrown. There were some definite, just absolute horrible language malfunctions that occurred. I'm sure my neighbors thought that I was like beating the dog or something, but it was nothing of that nature. It was just me losing progress in a video game. I'm gonna cut back down and through this way, because there's a few houses over here we could possibly loot. We've got a little bit of space left. Consider just kind of whacking some zombies as we go, just blowing off some steam. You know how it goes. As we make our way back towards Planet Pills. Let me check this house and see what's up. I may get stuck as I go through this window. Anytime you see one of these little counters on the other side of a window... Okay, that was just the drums. I thought it was a gunshot for a second. Anytime you see a counter on the other side of a window, you can't count on being able to get through it without any type of issue. So whereas I am going to try... Okay, it appears to have worked for me, so just bath towels, things of that nature in here. Come in ready to swing hard, just in case any of these rooms are inhabited. I would hope that they wouldn't be, but they might be, you never know. Grab some of the goodies that they have in the cabinets here, and then we'll mark it as being searched later on down the road. Oh, they have like the same loot list in both. Interesting turn of events. Is there an upstairs component to this house? No, it looks like we just got a little room right here. There's already a dead zombie at this location, which is slightly unnerving. There's a school bag in there. Let me see if the school bag got fixed. The school bag is still not fixed, so I don't know why some of you guys had mentioned that your bags have different carry capacities in your games, which I find to be a little disturbing because my bags seem very lackluster compared to your bags, but I don't want to commit the cardinal sin of sack envy here. So let me jump some fences before this gets wildly out of control, which I feel like it might. Yeah, we need to disengage from this situation as rapidly as possible. There we are. So I think we're off and away. This road, if it doesn't connect to where I want to go, should at least put us somewhere near where I want to go. Got a warehouse right here. I'm going to cut it a little wide. We've got a lot of zombies on our tail. Oh my. Yep. That is a grouping. That is a gaggle. A gaggle o' the zombies. Alright, so here's the mansion that I was considering occupying. That was one of my previous decisions before we found Planet Pills. Oh, they got all kinds of good stuff in here. Hold on. Oh my. Well then, they've got all kinds of good little necessities in here. I'm gonna grab the rest of the shotgun shells. Because why not? You can never have enough shooty bits. And then if we go down to the southwest, I believe that we'll find Fort Blueberry. Maybe, maybe not. Worst case scenario is we'll hold up in a house for tonight. That is a big ol' crowd. I don't really want anything to do with those guys. Sometimes it almost looks like if you zoom in far enough, there would actually be something written on those signs, like actual tangible street names. Kind of an interesting concept. Looks like we killed a couple zombies in here. I know that if I can find that little condominium complex, we'll be absolutely okay. I think that's the fence actually right there that leads back to Planet Pills. Yep. I think we've made it. Yep, there we are. So I'm going to make my way back to Planet Pills. We'll get things stowed away. With the last couple minutes, maybe we'll barricade some extra stuff. I'm not seeing a whole lot of zombies in the area, so we may be able to actually get some tangible work done. Yeah, I think we're okay for now. That's a lot of bodies around this place. Definitely want to start disposing of those things if we could. I've heard that's a system that they're debating on adding, where you're actually going to have to pile up zombies and get rid of them as they accumulate. Otherwise, you increase your chances of getting all kinds of weird zombie stink rot illnesses. So let me throw all of our weaponry into our weaponry cabinet in here. For whatever reason, the weaponry cabinet is here in the bathroom. 24 shotgun shells there. And I think the total amount's going to come out almost, over 100. I was going to say either almost 100 or over 100. And so while that's doing that, I'm going to cut this episode a little bit short. Next episode, I swear to you guys, next episode, we should be able to get some actual construction done. So what I'll do in between here and there is I will grab an axe. We'll go ahead and actually, I'm going to do it on camera. I'll go chop some trees in the next episode. Once we chop some trees, we should be able to turn that into planks. Once we get the planks, we'll board up every single window in the next episode. We'll start talking about where we want to put fences down, and we'll get our kind of organizational Minecraft mode on. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for another thrilling episode. I always have fun playing Zomboid, especially when you guys are here. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody.